Hey everybody, it's Scott at Scott Trades on Twitter with StockMarketMentor.com and your chart of the day. Want to take a look at an idea that I can't take credit for. One of our members at Stock Market Mentor actually posted this stock in our forum. We have an active trading room, hundreds and thousands of people from all over the world, working together, trading together. And one of our members posted about this entrepreneur private public crossover ETF XOVR. Now, what makes this unique as an ETF is this ETF is a holder of SpaceX shares. Just over 170,000 shares of SpaceX at a value of around $33 million. Now, this is not evidently the biggest fund that has SpaceX. There are others, but I actually like the chart pattern on this one. I'll show you that in a sec, but it doesn't just hold SpaceX shares. They have some well-known names that I know you know: Alphabet, Meta, NVIDIA, Oracle, Salesforce, AppLovin, CrowdStrike, Robinhood, DoorDash. And so this has a bit of a diversified basket of companies, and as you can see from the slide here, they focus mainly on entrepreneurs and the well-known entrepreneurs. And so this, in my opinion, is a pretty unique asset to pay attention to, and it also looks pretty good here on the chart. Now, if the technicals weren't in line, I wouldn't be covering this. But if I look at this chart pattern, what do I see? I see a nice uptrend. I see price above all the key moving averages, and some interesting pickups in volume here that just started in early December. That's probably when they announced that they had some SpaceX shares. And so it's actually had a nice uptick in volume. It didn't really trade at all the last couple of years. But now with this addition of SpaceX, I think there's a lot of interest here. And so what we have is not only an interesting fundamental story, but a technical story where we have price above all the key moving averages. We have support in and around the 50-day moving average. Price hasn't really lived under the 50-day moving average for long enough to change the trend. And so this, in my opinion, is definitely something that you could consider as a spec idea. Full disclosure, I do have a small position in this. It's less than 5% of my account, just a tiny little position, and I just want to see what happens. And so I want to see if this trend continues, and if it does, then I think it's going to work for us. But I would look to define risk here on a position in and around that 50-day moving average. And if you're looking for a breakout, it's not really doing much of anything lately. It's just kind of hanging out near the moving averages. But I would look for a potential break above 1950 coming on volume for a breakout. So you'd want to be small within the consolidation box. As long as it's under this level, you're small in your position. And as soon as and if it breaks above that level coming on volume, then maybe you could consider adding to that position. At least that's how I'm going to handle it. Maybe it's right for you, maybe it's not. It's important that you come up with your own plan. But again, this is something that I found today, and I think it has an interesting fundamental story. So I hope that video is helpful. Give me a follow on Twitter if you don't already, at Scott Trades, and check out what we're up to at StockMarketMentor.com. Click that link, take a trial, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side.